Hi, this is Karin. Today I'm going to show you how I made this sweet little card, but also how I created this fast and easy Christmas tree card. But focus will be on how I color on kraft using ordinary coloring pencils. I started by stamping my images on kraft cardstock using black archival ink. My pencils are all Derwent's color pencils, and I love them because they're soft and give off a lot of color. I will also be using a white pastel pencil and a stomp, both from Derwent's. For the bunnies, I'm going to use the two brown ones I've got, but also the black. You might ask why I don't get a larger box of pencils, since I'm, well, fond of coloring. But it's actually the same with card making as with watercolor painting. It's easier to get a more harmonious result if you use a limited palette. At least that's what I think and I'm working on even with my watercolor painting. The trick here is to stay within the lines, because if you touch them you might dim the line, and you want them to be well, sharp and black. I start with the light brown color, and then I go in with the darker brown where I want the shadows to be. And I said I have the old Derwent's color pencils. Yeah, I love them, but the new ones will be equally good. I just, well, haven't bought any new ones. I like these, and the Derwent's quality is just perfect. So I even add some black where I want it to be a bit darker. Here you could, of course, go in with the stomp, but I think it's even better to go back with the dark brown color, because it's got a little fur, so it doesn't matter that it's a bit rough and not too soft. For its ears, I'm using the white pastel, and for its little tail too. And then it's easy to go in with the little pink. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, I went over with the stomp so the dark pink wouldn't be as dark inside the ears. And here's the little heart, and you might be surprised that I'm using the black for that too, but it actually makes quite a beautiful color, mixing the red and the black. So here's my next tip. I go first in with the light color, but if I want it really dark to one side, I leave that cardstock untouched. So I just cover part of it with the light one, and then I go in with the dark green. And since I don't want it really, really dark black, I've covered the whole left of the tree with the dark green. If you did think this was too bright, the first tree, you can start out by covering the tree with the brown color, and then go over it with the same green ones as I used before. And you see how they mix and blend, and it's actually good because it's picking up the same color as I have in the bunny. So I think this is going to work well together with the bunny in the end. I'm not sure, but I think so. So here I go over it with the stomp to make it softer. And when I'm done, I just simply place my die on top of it and I hold it in place with washi tape like everyone else does. It's not a new tip or anything. I run it through my die cutting machine, and this is what they look like. Oh, I just love lawnfawn's cute images and the high quality dies. Did I say that these are from the Snow Day set? Anyway, so when I'm done coloring and I've die cut all my images, what I do is that I place them on top of my background. And here I knew I wanted to use the new forest border for a background, and then I play around with them till I'm happy with the little snow scene I wanted. Oh, aren't they just the cutest? Anyway, when you look at it, I went with the softer green tree. It actually matches the bunny much better than the bright green one. When I'm happy, I take out the new absolutely wonderful stitch rectangles and use them as a little frame or viewfinder. I think that's going to make a good view. I know I wanted a little sentiment at the bottom, so I draw a little help line there. I'm using part of the Be Merry sentiment from Peace, Love, Joy, I think the set is called. I'm not super sure, but I think so. And then I have my line ready. So I just ink up the part I want and add it there. I always stamp my sentiment first and then die cut the whole thing because it's easier that way to get it exactly centered. So the same again, I place that die on top and holding it in place with some washi tape. I run it through my die cutting machine like that. Oops. Fast and easy. And then I go back and add my little cute images. Like that. But before I attach them, this is what I do. I take out my paper pads. I started out by checking through this Snow Day pad, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's got all these beautiful, beautiful papers, and I try it out and see which one I think that one really works well. I think, but I go through and see which one would match my little scene the best. That could have worked too. In the end, I settled for the brown stitched pattern paper from the Sweater Weather collection, and I mat that to a card base, and then I'm going to add that to the card using some foam adhesive. But before I finish, I wanted to show you what I made with the bright green trees that I colored onto. I die cut them and die cut a smaller rectangle using the new stitched rectangles, and then I'm folding a piece of white cardstock before placing the larger rectangle on top to get the stitched card base like that. Super easy. And I make sure there's going to be room for my sentiment before I start cutting. And as you can see, I've added a bit of white ink to my trees, and I think that is kind of cute. Just white ink dots on top made a little bit of snow. So here's the finished card, which is quite cast and beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more of my cards and projects, please visit my blog. It's peppermintpattiespapercraft.blogspot.sc. Bye!